Can you hear me now? Thank you. I forgot to turn on the mic. Thank you for responding with yes. Two very important news stories in this video. First one is about Dawn strikes on Fano fighters in the Amhara region. Nothing new. Dawn strikes being conducted for several months, but one dawn strike is very crucial, which happened in a zone in Amhara region today. Question is, where was this strike conducted and where was the GCS of the drone deployed? Because we have seen most of the drone strikes conducted in the Amhara region only in North Shore or in Gujam. Why? I'll speak on that too. This is the first time that we are seeing a drone strike far away from Gurjam, far away from North Shore zone of the Amhara region. Secondly, Eritreans, some Eritrean news outlets, Eritrean activists are reporting about alleged plight of Eritreans who fly through Addis Ababa or who use Ethiopian airlines. Let me welcome the viewers who have joined this live chat session. Alim Gizao, member of this channel, is the first one who commented. Welcome, Alim Gizao. Daniel Abate says hello. Hi. Abebe, the Bebe, Muhammad Mekashao, Burji Suyama, Yusuf Kabede Civil, Tiabo Mangisha, Demisio Kibret. Then we have Rahwa Tesfai, Chalachio Bale, Jilak Ashato, Abebe Debebe, Abu Bakr Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Mekashao A. We have Kasate Solman, MHA Wishers, Jirga Shato, Ate Gikimana Safari, Abu Atullah Musa, Ephraim Tisfai, Elima Yehu, Yilak, Samuel Seifu Merid, Banking and Finance, Gidami, Eritrean Post, Isaac Ibrahim, Zilalam Tisfai, Tijane Admaso, Mohami. Thank you for joining, viewers. It's a long list. I try to pronounce a few names. Thank you for joining this live chat session. Warm welcome to all of you. Baka Garbi says, hi Sajid, good to see you on live news. Thank you, Baka. Nahom Architects, hello Sajid, thank you for the reliable news. Thank you, Nahom Architect. A says, my dear Ethiopians, we should protect our guests, Eritreans, at all costs. We are known for our hospitality. I would back this message. Skandar Tesfai has joined. Abdi Tahir. Hi Sajid, it's not fair to treat bad the Eritrean because they are fleeing the SAS prison. He says hello. Tigane Damso, Pakistan love. Liz Elias has joined. She's from Tigray. Says hi. What do you mean from Tigray? Salam is asking. I'll clarify in just a few minutes. What does it mean? Attack. Don't strike on Amhara from Tigray. What does it mean? One question I'm taking before starting the news story. Abebe Debebe says, was Fano group target or injured? Firstly, people don't like it when I say that target of drone strikes in Amhara is Fano. They disagree with me. They say, Sajid, you don't care about civilian deaths. Ethiopian government is killing Amhara civilians. Genocide of Amharas is being committed. You are working against Amhara people. I heard similar allegation when I reported that Tigray fighters were targets of drone strikes. And I say that Ola is the target of drone strikes in Oromia too. This is not new for me. Ethiopian government is not targeting Amhara civilians. It does not mean that civilians are not dying, they're not getting killed. Civilians are dying too in collateral damage. In some cases, it is difficult to differentiate between civilians and foreign fighters. Target is fun. The Ethiopian government will not achieve anything from targeting civilians. It would lead to hatred for the government. Government can ill afford such strikes on civilians in the Amhara region. Maybe by mistake, people could be hit, but main target is Fano in the Amhara region. Whether Fano fighters agree with me or not, Fano loyalists agree with me or not. LM is making one important point. He's saying the word genocide is used to internationalize conflicts, undermining genocide. Yes, I agree. Tigray used this word. 2 year long war. We saw Tigray use this word in the last 3 years. But no international body confirmed genocide committed in Tigray. Ola people use the same term too. Now Amharas as well, but genocide has some criteria according to which it is recognized. So, and the bar for determining genocide is very high. Genocide means that a group of people has decided to completely eliminate the other group. So people use this word to further their agenda, but obviously the word does not receive international acceptance. Now, let me start. Uh, Most of the drone strikes conducted in the Amhara region since the start of conflict between Fano and military have been conducted in Gojam, East Gojam, West Gojam, and North Shore Amhara. We have seen several drone strikes in Ankober, Debre Birhan, Shorobit, Debre Morkos, and several other places too. Why is that there was no drone strike in South Gondar, in Waghemra, in North Gondar, in North Wollo, in South Wollo? Why is that? Well, main reason is that the drone strikes were being conducted from Oromia, either Bishoftu or some airport in Valaga was being used as a staging ground for these drone strikes. Drones are operated from GCS, ground control stations, which need to be deployed, especially these Ethiopian drones. They have a range of around 200 kilometers. Those GCS for the strikes in East Gojam, West Gojam, and North Shore were stationed somewhere in Oromia, maybe in Bishoftu, maybe in Addis Ababa, maybe Addis Ababa capital, and maybe in Valaga. And from there, it was easy to hit Gojam, but it was not possible to hit Gondar. It was distance between Gondar and Vailaga, obviously several hundred kilometers. Sosa is also more than 200 kilometers away from these places where strikes were conducted. Sosa in Benishangul Gumuz. There's an airport there. So, in the past few months, the GCS of drones were stationed in Oromia region. Today, two drone strikes were conducted on Fano fighters. One in East Gojam, nothing surprising about that. We've seen several drone strikes on Fano fighters in East Gojam. And obviously, the GCS would be somewhere in Oromia. Second drone strike is very crucial. It happened in Bogna. People call it Bona as well. I think maybe G is silent. I think you can correct me. It's close to Waghimra. It's part of North Wollo, but it's close to Waghimra, close to Lalibela, you can say. This is the first drone strike now in Waghimra, North Wollo area. No drone strike so far in South Gondar. I am not aware of any drone strike, though South Gondar is perhaps the stronghold of Fano fighters. And Fano fighters in control of large territories in South Gondar. No drone strike there. Why? Because maybe South Gondar is not accessible. The combat drones being used by Ethiopian Air Force don't have access to South Gondar. Or you can say did not have access to South Gondar. Now things have changed. Today's drone strike in Bona was conducted either from Tigray or from Afar. Only two possibilities. Ethiopian military wouldn't station its GCS in the Amhara region because overall security situation is very precarious in the Amhara region. Anytime Fano fighters can take control of any airport or city or town. So I don't think that Ethiopian military would risk the deployment of its combat drones to Amhara region. One was commenting about Akinji. Maybe Akinji is in operation. I am not sure about Akinji's use. I don't think that Akinji is in operation, though we cannot rule out this possibility. I think that for the drone strike on Bona, Tigray's territory was used. Someone is saying that there is a station in Gondar. I don't think so. People have been talking about deployment of GCS of drones in a mountainous area in Gondar. I could not confirm that. I think today's drone strike on Bona was carried out either from Afar or from Tigray. Afar, use of Afar, again, not very likely. From Samra, you can reach Waghimra to some extent. But you can easily reach Waghimra from Makale. So I won't name the place in Tigray, but what I have learned indicates that people are saying there is an Air Force base in Bahida. There are several Air Force bases, airports in the Amhara region. But just answer one question. Why is that there has not been a single drone strike in North Gondar, South Gondar, since the start of the conflict in the Amhara in May? Why? If GCS were deployed to, if GCS was stationed in Gondar, in Sikota, obviously the drone strikes would have been conducted on Fano fighters in these areas. Not a single drone strike. It means that GCS are not stationed in the Amhara region. GCS are out of Amhara region, and it seems that Ethiopian Air Force has now deployed its GCS, drone GCS in Tigray. And in coming days, we could see more drone strikes on Fano fighters in North Wallo, in South Gondar, and maybe in North Gondar as well. Ethiopian government has decided to step up its drone operation, air operation against Fano fighters, and military wants to target Fano commanders. That is why we're going to see more attacks on, or you can say, we're going to see start of drone strikes on South Gondar Fano, North Wallo Fano, South Wallo Fano. Colonel Fantahun Mohbao, Colonel Mogas Segai, SFN, Safar Malase, and others could be targeted in coming days, it seems. Gebre Selassie says, you are trying to continue conflict on the people of Tigray and Amhara deliberately. I am not saying that people of Tigray are backing these drone strikes. Please try to understand. It's not that Tigray government is backing these drone strikes. Ethiopian military has every right to use each and every airport in entire Ethiopia. Tigray cannot stop Ethiopian military from using Tigray's airports. It cannot happen. Ethiopian military has every right and authority to use all the airports. It does not mean that regional governments are on board. If drone strikes are being conducted on Amhara from Tigray, it does not mean that Tigray interim government is part of the operation against Fano. No. So please try to differentiate between Tigray's role and ENDF's use of Tigray's territory. Tigray is part of Ethiopia. How can Tigray stop ENDF from using Tigray's airports? It's not possible. So don't drag people of Tigray into this conflict. I am not saying that people of Tigray are backing the drone strikes or that Tigray interim government is backing drone strikes. I'm not saying that. Come on, someone is saying Tigray does not have drones. I am not saying Tigray has drones. Alam says, yeah, they could have leaked it to undermine it. Why would they? Why should they? They want the two sides to fight. That is what their official position is. They said those who attacked us are killing each other now. Let it continue. Money Talk says Fano is feeling the heat. Finally. It's not finally, by the way. These drone strikes are being conducted very frequently for months. Drone strikes are being conducted. So it's not something new for Tigray forces. Dozens of drone strikes so far, but most drone strike conducted in Gujam. but still large parts of Gujum not under government control. Bifikadu says, Mr. Sajid, do Pakistanis and Indians work for Ethiopian Air Force? I don't know. I am not in touch with anyone in Ethiopian Air Force. Midhane says, why you don't work on peace? What should I do? Tell me. Should I say everything is peaceful in Ethiopia and the government is trying to bring about a peaceful change in Ethiopia? Tigray, Amhara living like brothers. Two regional governments are on good terms. Nothing is happening. Should I say that? Should I report the facts? I am not fueling conflicts. I am just reporting, helping you understand the nature of the conflict and on the ground situation, understanding myself and sharing my understanding with you. Come on, Komsa, you just criticize me all day. Whenever you join the chat, you make up facts. He's saying. Abebe says, do you think Abiy Ahmed can govern any region peacefully by drone militia? You are seeing the attempt by the government to bring peace to Amhara region through military operation, through drone strikes, through uh, military deployment. And I think it's not working. LM says, I thought they were floating a trial balloon for withdrawing with the protest. Let's see, will the protest be held or not? After almost 10 days, it will be held. So, will it be allowed to happen? Will there be mobilization? We'll see. But ENDF cannot leave Amhara region overnight. It won't happen, by the way. That's my analysis. At this point of time, ENDF can ill afford to leave the Amhara region. The withdrawal could be phased. It could be gradual. It could happen. But withdrawal of entire ENDF from Amhara at once is not possible. If it happens, you'll see Fano sweep across the Amhara region. One analyst says, today I'm late, revised for me, thanks. He is asking a question. Do you think for Fano, Tigray is now a legitimate target? No. Please, I am again saying that don't involve Tigray people or Tigray interim government in this conflict. We have no smoking gun to say that Tigray fighters are fighting in support of military against Fano fighters. Tigray territory can be used by Ethiopian National Defense Force. Tigray cannot stop ENDF. Tigray is part of Ethiopia. Are Tigray media confirming this? They'll never confirm this, by the way. Test for says, do you think government will win just by using drones? No military operation can be conducted by the use of drones only. Drones need intelligence from the ground. Main problem, I think, main hurdle for Ethiopian government is its inability to get intelligence about the movement of Fano fighters and Fano commanders in the Amhara region. Fano's intelligence collection network is stronger than that of ENDF in the Amhara region. That is why they're surviving. Brooke says, dude, you said either from Tigray or afar. I compare distance of both the places. Uh, Samra is around 200, more than 200 kilometers away from the place of strike. Samra can be used, but I think I would say that the strike was conducted from Tigray, not from afar or from Samra. MT says Fano is useless in the battlefield. What do you want Fano to do to prove that it is a force to reckon with? On analyst says, hi Sajid, almost all Amhara region airports difficult to place ground control station of drones. Yes, I spoke on that a few minutes ago that GCS are not in the Amhara region. But people talk about Gondar, they say that there is some a mountain range in Gondar where these GCS are stationed. I've been hearing about this deployment in mountain range for months. I could not confirm that. Gadisa has joined to second General Komsa. Now, let me speak a little about the second news story, which is about Eritrea, Ethiopia tensions. Some Eritrean activists are reporting that Eritreans passing through Ethiopia or using Ethiopian airlines are facing discrimination. They say that Eritreans are being mistreated, they are being harassed. And it is becoming difficult for Eritreans to use Ethiopian airlines. They say that Eritrean government should protest. It should seek clarification from Ethiopian airlines. For the last 2 days, we have been seeing these reports by Eritrean activists and journalists. A few weeks ago, we heard similar reports, but the reports remained unconfirmed. Now, once again, we're seeing the same type of reports. If Ethiopian Airlines starts mistreating Eritreans, it would be a big development because now the channel of communication between Eritrea and Ethiopia is cut off. They're connected through Ethiopian Airlines. They're connected through their embassies, still open, still working. Believe me, if Ethiopian Airlines stops flights to and from Asmara, it would perhaps be a nail in the coffin of Eritrea. I wouldn't say last nail, but it would be a nail in the coffin of Ethiopia-Eritrea relations. Since this report is coming from Eritrean activists who say that they talk to the people who face this harassment, we cannot say that it's just propaganda. Ethiopian Airlines should clarify what is happening. Why is that Eritreans are complaining? Tigisti has joined. Hi, Sajid, she's saying. General Komsa, why they don't fly on Fano Air? Chelaccio, would you share us your news about Fano? What did I share so far? Tarek was asking about Akinji. I don't know. I have not seen Akinji's deployment in Ethiopia so far. We're waiting for some sort of confirmation from the ground because uh, use presence of both TV2 Winglong established through satellite images. Akinji's operation in Ethiopia remains unverified so far. Its delivery has been verified by several news outlets, mostly from Turkey. Bia says it's time for Tigray to become independent. No, it's not the time for Tigray to become independent. This is the time for Tigray to think about rehabilitation, reconstruction. If Tigray makes a call for independence, it would be in big trouble at this time. Peace and Love has joined. Hello, Mr. Sajid. Hi, Peace and Love. I like your username, Peace and Love, by the way. Afeti Zola, does Eritrea stand a chance if war broke out? Don't underestimate Eritrea. Liz Elias, it's a pleasure watching you. The pleasure is mutual. Bante Gizi, how do you get confirmation from the ground? You can confirm things from the ground to me, where you are living, things are happening there. You can contact me. People contact me, then I cross check. Elijah Kano, one point he's making, who will be the loser if harassment continues? Ethiopian Airlines and hence government. Yes, a country faced with the shortage of foreign exchange reserves cannot afford this type of unprofessional treatment meted out to the customers. Samper says, why is it taking forever for TPLF to conclude Central Committee meeting? Yes, it's a long, perhaps the longest TPLF meeting in the past few years. Though a viewer contacted me, he said, Sajid, years ago and decades ago, they met and they met for weeks. It's not something new, but in recent history, history of the few years, past few years, this is the longest meeting of TPL. Dilhas, does Abi watch your show? I don't think Abi would be wasting time on my vision news. But Abi's people watch my show. What's your view of Fano? Will they win or not? Win is not the right word, but uh, I don't think that Fano can achieve its objectives overnight in the Amhara region. And I don't think that military can crush Fano overnight either. This is the situation in the region. A protracted conflict ongoing, it will continue. Samper is making a revelation. Their meeting has lasted more than my last marriage. Well, you were quick to be out of your last marriage. Samuel says, Sajid Bhai, you are my first and most reliable news source. Thank you, Samuel. Baka Gerbi, has Ethiopia got a budget for drone animations? I think you're saying ammunition. Yes, if Ethiopia can buy a Kinji, it means it can operate a Kinji as well. A Kinji is more expensive than uh, the other drone which Ethiopia bought, like TB2s and Winglogs. When you say, does Ethiopia have the budget, it means that Ethiopia will spend less on developing, it will spend less on industrialization, it will spend less on new projects for job creation. It will spend more on military. That is what is going to be the effect of continuation of conflicts in Ethiopia. So the budget will be diverted from development side, from industry side towards military. Semper is asking about next week's protest in Addis Ababa. I don't know if it will happen or not, but the organizers have applied for permission. Addis Ababa government will make a decision. It seems that some pro-government elements are behind this protest, but let's wait a little. So far, no rejection or no permission granted to the rally organizers. Samson Tadasa, do you think war is inevitable between Eritrea and Ethiopia? I don't know. I have been saying for weeks that war is not imminent. I said that more than a month ago. No war in the last 30 days. The day PM Abiy spoke, I said no war is coming. I shared with you some developments regarding movement of ENDF, movement of EDF. I shared some new stories about military exercises conducted on Eritrean side of Eritrea Ethiopia border. But in each and every video, I concluded that no war was coming, no war was imminent. And you see that no war, flexing of muscles will continue. You'll see Ethiopia adopt some tactics to force Eritrea to come to the table. At maximum, there could be a proxy war, but no direct war. I'm not saying any direct war so far. What should we learn from India Pakistan settlement? India Pakistan is not a role model to be followed, by the way. They have not resolved their issues. They fuel conflicts in each other's countries. There are no good relations between these two countries. So they're not on good terms. Rather, rather Pakistan runs on anti-India narrative, and India runs on anti-Pakistan narrative. In the elections, their manifesto, their slogans are about hate against each other. So, India-Pakistan relations not an ideal for other countries to follow. Why don't Abiy want negotiation with Fano by international level? Important question from Bante Gizi. Why is government not interested in talking to Fano groups? There could be multiple reasons. I think one of the reasons is that Ethiopian government wants to weaken Fano because it knows that Fano wants to remove the prime minister. Fano wants to remove the government. It wants to crush Fano. And maybe if Fano is very weak, then the government might offer talks. But this strategy is not working, firstly. Secondly, there are issues in terms of who to talk to. Fano don't have one representative body. Government tried to create splits in Fano. It contacted some Fano commanders from Gondar. It tried to paint Fano as anti-Muslim. So it tried to create splits. So far, government is not working on engaging the Fano fighters through dialogue. Government wants to weaken or crush Fano, and after that, it might consider the idea of talks with the Fano fighters. And Endok says, Sajid, you know for sure Fano is not interested in peace talks. Yeah, I agree that Fano has made it clear that it does not want talks. Sam, per your question about protest, I think I responded to it a little earlier. ENDF withdrawal from Amhara at this point of time is not possible, I think. There could be phased withdrawal, but not complete withdrawal at once. Lucky Dad is saying Fano needs to control Addis Ababa. Fano needs to be lucky for that. YGD, do you know what you're doing? Isaias Ababe, do you think government will be able to crush Fano? No. Such movements cannot be crushed. The movements which are operating in the form of guerrilla units with massive public support, they cannot be crushed. 5 to 6 months have passed. Any signs that Fano groups are being crushed? Not a single sign. Alimo Mulatos. Salam Sajid, keep up your short and sweet news and analysis about the situations in the Horn of Africa. Thank you, Alimo. Magatism is a big fan of Fano, saying every battle makes Fano grow some more. Kira is asking about my daughter. She has gone to sleep. She sleeps early. Who is Javiza? S is asking. Daniel Kibret can reply, I think. Someone is saying, we don't take Fano seriously. When will you take Fano seriously? When the entire country is destabilized? Fano groups have destabilized the entire Amhara region. And still, people say, we don't take Fano seriously. Is Tigray involved now? MJ says, no, I clarified that in the first part of this live chat. LM, what is Fano doing to get allies? Uh, no progress in getting allies. Muhammad Toke, today's analysis may cause other problems in the northern part of Ethiopia. I just gave my analysis about the deployment of GCS. Uh, I am not talking about involvement of people of Tigray or Tigray government in the war, in the conflict in the Amhara region. I have clarified that several times in the past few minutes. Tigishti says, Sajid, next to my family in Tigray, you are the next person I trust to hear news from. Thank you, Tigishti. If you have your family there and you get reliable information from them, do get in touch with me, SAJID672000, the rate of gmail.com, because people who are on the ground, they help us improve our reporting. And same is the case with Liz Ilias too. Both are from Tigray, both have connections there, and others too who have connections. Most of those who are part of this live chat, they, I think, are based abroad, most of them. If you have connections in Tigray, Amhara, Afar, Oromia, and you want to help us improve the quality of reporting, please get in touch with me through my email. I can give my contact number to people, talk to me through WhatsApp, through Telegram as well. And sometimes they provide information to me before then local journalists are able to get information. And from multiple sources, we get verification. Now, someone is issuing a fatwa against me. Semper is asking about, Semper is saying there is an update regarding the TPLF meeting. Okay, after this live chat, I'll contact the people there. Thank you, viewers. Thank you for joining this live chat session. 52 minutes have passed. Thank you for being here. It was good to be with you. Another clarification at the end of this live chat. I am not saying that people of Tigray or Tigray government has become part of the conflict in Amhara. What I'm saying is that Tigray territory is being used by Ethiopian National Defense Force to station ground control stations, conduct drone strikes on Amhara region. This is first drone strike in Amhara conducted from Tigray, it seems. Thank you for watching. See you in the next live chat session tomorrow at the same time. Thank you. Bye bye.